Corpus Christi School Board members voted during a meeting today to ask the TEA to extend virtual instruction through October. Right now, there is no face-to-face instruction, that is, at least until Labor Day, when students are expected to go back to class in person. That is, unless the TEA approves the district's request to keep students learning online at home through October. Trustees say the waiver will allow the district to do a phased approach when it comes to letting students back into the classroom. The first phase will begin September 8th and will bring students back at 25% capacity. The second phase will increase student capacity to 50% starting October 5th. There will still be an opportunity for parents to do distance learning through the end of the school year. Each campus will be in communication with families about who will be returning first.